Hello, Bevan Bird here. This is a Soul to Soul talk with Sanjeev Kumar. Welcome.
Thanks, Bevan. Like you have invited me for
Mhm.
Soul Talk. Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm really honored that you're here. So I'll introduce you first. Sanjeev Kumar is a mindfulness practitioner. He's an author of Practicing the Power of the Present Moment, and he's the owner of the Canadian Mindfulness Research Center. His website is santeaching.com, www.santeaching.com. Welcome, Sanjeev. It's an honor to
Thanks.
be talking with you today.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
So we're going to be talking about nature today, right?
Yeah.
Nature and love.
Yeah.
So you've talked a lot about nature lately, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, like my whole transformation journey has started when I got deeply connected with the nature, and that's what I totally agree with whatsoever I have explored, discover, investigate within myself, having a deep connection with the nature. And only nature can help us for transformation, awakening. Because when you connect with the nature, maybe with the ocean, water, river, rocks, plants, you become the nature and the nature has become you. There is no difference between you and the nature because at the deeper level, we are one. There is no difference between plant and trees and us. Why? Even the tree talk, when you hug the tree, without judgment, without labeling, you become the tree and tree become you. How? Because tree emits powerful oxygenated air, which we take, and that's what our life is. So the more we connect with the nature, like in terms of wave of the ocean, what will happen? It will help you to dissolve, decondition, of all kinds of the useless, unwanted, and unproductive thought into powerful and wonderful thoughts.
Hmm.
And and the nature is full of negative ion. It is full of highly vibration energy, and it has greatest potential to heal everything, and that is a property of nature. So
Hmm.
as soon as you connect with the nature, you know, we just feel refreshed, rejuvenated, relax. And there is a recharging of the battery started taking place spontaneously. Why?
Yeah.
Because when we go to the nature, we take more oxygenated air. We take connected with more negative ion. So the more we connect with all these things, the more it will help us to just live into this moment by disconnect and let go of the thoughts of the past and the future. Basically, this moment is a divine movement, and only nature can help us to put us into this moment. So, how could we think about the past and the future into this moment? So, the nature tried to create a space within, by dissolving useless and unwanted thoughts in order to help us to move inside, to look within, to discover who we really are with the help of investigation. And that's what it is.
Hmm. I just went into nature just before this and put my feet in the water at this little beach because that's big, to recharge. I do that in between meetings if I can.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what kind of world do you want to create?
I want to create a world of loving, forgiveness, kindness, compassion, where people are much more connected with the nature. Because,
Awesome.
because, in nowadays, most of the people are lacking love, compassion, although they know the meaning of love, but they don't know exactly the meaning of love. How? Because the more we love the trees, the more we hug the trees, the more we connect with the nature, the more we try to love them. And when we try to connect with the nature more and more in order to love the nature, the more we started loving with ourselves. Basically, the anger, fear, all kinds of negativities are happening into our life because we are lacking the love. We say, I love you, but how could we love somebody else without loving yourself? So the more we love inside, the more we go inside by discover who we really are, then we started loving ourselves. And it happens when we dissolve the superficial wall, which is full of desire, which is full of lust, which is full of attachment, clinging, full of mind, full of ego. So I want to create a world where people can be one with everything, first of all, and there should be love, because only the love can heal the people. And even only the love can heal ourselves. The more you create the love, the more you emit the fragrance in the form of, vibration, energy. And whosoever come in our highly magnetic field, they will be enlightened. Why? Because we are in the deepest form of the love. And that's what the final purpose of meditation practice is, to emit the fragrance of love. And when we emit the fragrance of love and compassion, whosoever come in this field, they become enlightened. And it happens only when we look within, when we go inside, when we are able to discover who we really are. People say, as I explained, I love you. But how could you love somebody else without loving yourself? So the more you love yourself at the deeper level, the more you can love others. And that's what it is. So it is called the self-love. And the self-love is very important nowadays. Because
Absolutely.
when you love others, how could you love others? Because when you love others, there is a conditioning, there is a programming taking place, because you are not loving yourself. So forget about loving others. Why can't we love ourselves first of all? And that's kind of the world I want to create.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I want our audience to be able to get to know you better too. So let's go into like a story. So why do you do this?
Like I'm passionate about it since childhood. Let me share one story. Then we can move forward. Basically, since childhood, I had deep curiosity to know about the truth, like who we really are, why I am here, what is the purpose of life, how can we align and synchronize with the frequency of the universe, how can we discover to the infinite potential. So this kind of the deep inside question was already in my blood. So I was born and brought up in India, but the thing was not manifested over there. Why? Because I was seeking, I was finding, I was looking for a person, things to come into my life. But as soon as I came to Canada long time ago, I started living on the bank of ocean in the Vancouver, for 3 years completely. And I connected deeply with the nature. I forget about the physical life, I forget about all kinds of the life which is full of illusion. So from there, the more I started loving the nature, the more I started creating a love, compassion within myself. And that's what I want to create, a world which is full of love, because only love can heal the people. Forget about other things. That's what I said. Only the love can heal the people, and only love can transform the people. And that's what the meditation practice. Even I share in my meditation practice that only connection with the nature, when we sit on the bank of the ocean, on the river, what is happening? We are taking the fresh oxygenated air. So the more we take fresh oxygenated air in the form, in the form of deep connection with the nature, it help us to just dissolve all kinds of the useless and unwanted thoughts. So the more you create dissolving all kinds of the useless and unwanted thought, the more you try to create a fragrance of love within yourself, a fragrance of compassion within yourself. Because you know why? Because the problems are happening, we are holding the thoughts of anger, the thoughts of fear, the thoughts of negative emotion, hatred, jealousy, because we are lacking the love. So as soon as we bring the fragrance of love, all kinds of the negative emotion get dissolved, disintegrated, and then we can live with a deep connection of the nature.